no bitches in your DMs, well, then this is the episode for you. Today, we're talking all about love, attraction, relationships, and how that relates to psychology. I'm Hannah.
And I'm Cari.
Welcome to Psych'd. I actually kind of liked that. I liked that little go about. So Cari and I, unfortunately, we aren't in the search of full DMs right now. We, in lack of better terms, we are locked down tight. Yeah. We this isn't for us. This is for you, who maybe the day after Valentine's Day when this comes out is thinking, darn, like psychologically, how can I get a man, a woman, other gender specific person to find me attractive and go on a date with me? Mm-hmm. I can make this actually for some friends back at home. But yeah. You want to talk about our relationships for a second, very briefly, broadly, or are we just gonna skip that? Okay.
You to go?
You want to go first? You want me to?
You go first.
I go first?
I want to hear what you say.
I want to hear what you say. So I have been mostly happily in a relationship for about 3.5 years now, with a man.
Shocker
With a man. And yeah, I think a lot of these these research things I did can definitely has some validity with my relationship, because I did do some research over the steps and processes of how people fall in love, and I was like, okay, wait, now that I reflect on it, yeah, that totally happened. Mm-hmm. And I'm just like, okay, wait, because I thought it was just gonna be bullshit. I was like, I don't know. I think everyone's different and everyone has their own thing, but everybody follows some sort of this pathway. Yeah. And I thought it was kind of interesting. But yeah, no, happily for 3.5 years with a man.
Yeah, my relationship's also with a man. Another shocker. We've been together for 2.5 years. And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's as much detail as we're going to go into.
Yeah. I think that's about anyone needs to know about, is that we're in long-term relationships. Mm-hmm. So we know what we're talking about.
Yeah. So listen to us.
Yeah, listen to us for your everything you need to know about relationships. We should have brought a couple that's been involved with Lyon for a really long time and got them on, but Dr. Tebbets and his wife would have been so much fun. Oh,
I don't know.
Oh, Priscilla also. Oh, congratulations again to Priscilla and Ronaldo. They just celebrated their 1-month anniversary yesterday at the time of this recording. But happy anniversary, guys, and congratulations on your marriage. Another congratulations are in order for our podcast producer, Cheyenne. She recently entered Pledge period with the sorority on campus, Alpha Zeta Delta. So, yay, Cheyenne. Oh my gosh, I love that. Wait, what is that? I wanted to... XI? Oh, fun.
That's cool.
That's kind of fun. Am I doing it backwards on camera? Yeah, I am. How do I do it the right way? X?
Yep.
XI? Yes. Okay, that's fun. That's awesome. Well, congrats. We're excited for y'all. For you. Y'all that's a plural. You are a single person, not single. Oh my gosh.
I'm a singly taken person.
Singly taken person, yes. Mm-hmm. Our podcast producer, Cheyenne, is also happily in a relationship with a man.
A straight white man.
A straight white man. But yeah, no. Today we are your love experts. Mm-hmm. And we are going to help you get... I'm not going to say that. I was about to say fine shit.
Say it.
Okay. We're going to help you get some fine shit.
Yep.
Oh, I love this. I am finally having fun with my semester. Okay, so Cari, I'm going to tell you about the steps of how people fall in love on a hormonal and biological standpoint. Okay. So let me paint this picture for you. Okay.
Let me close my
eyes. Pretend you are meeting I'm going to make up a fake scenario where you meet your boyfriend for the first time. I don't know if this is how y'all met or not. You are at a roller skating rink, skating around, and you see this. Your boyfriend has blonde hair, right?
No. Brown
hair. You see this tall?
Yeah.
This moderately tall, brown-haired guy flailing his arms because he can't skate,
Yeah, true.
and holding onto the wall for dear life, and knocking down kids in the process as well. And your heart just goes aflutter. You are, it's like beating out of your chest, and you are just like awooga, basically. That's what you are feeling in this moment.
Okay.
Let me explain that whole situation for you. A subconscious criteria has been accomplished in your mind, whether it be him knocking down children for his own benefit, or his goofiness, or maybe it's the brown hair and the moderate height. Sorry, your boyfriend about that comment. That sounds kind of mean.
No, he's like tall.
Okay,
But
tall and like a
not like the kind where you're
the
hitting
average-
the doorway.
yeah. So yeah, you've got that subconscious criteria, whatever it may be. It can be like a genetic thing, like how they physically look. It can be a personality wise. It can just be maybe your friends are like, oh, that guy's cute, and you look over and you're like, oh wait, I can kind of see it. That's a social social factor. So that feeling of excitement when you saw him, that's your hypothalamus releasing some hormone.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it a hormone or a neurotransmitter?
Probably hormone.
Hormone.
Your neurotransmitters are flaring.
Oh,
Firing.
yes. Oh, my gosh.
Not
I
flaring.
swear I'm paying attention in sensation and perception. Yeah.
But
Back. But no, your hypothalamus will release dopamine, which is supposed to be like your pleasure and reward stimulus. So you're over here like, oh, yeah, that guy's satisfying. Like, it's scratching my brain the right way. You're also feeling those like butterflies in your stomach, and your like heart is beating out of your chest. That's your it's the epinephrine, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. And you also have this thing, I'm gonna say it's acronym, not how it actually is, because that's the word for it right there.
yeah,
It's
that word.
It's a hormone called P, not the pea that you pee, but the pea like that you eat normally, like the green circular vegetable,
The little booger pea.
The booger pea, yes. What?
Yeah, you never heard that before?
No.
The booger pea?
Is it because the peas look like boogers? Oh, I've never heard of that. I
Maybe. I don't know.
Taste
I
like
thought it was like a normal
They
thing.
do taste like boogers. I don't like
I
them.
think they're good.
Really?
I used to feed my dog. I'd be like,
Yeah, that's pretty common. But
Not boogers, the peas. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
yes, this when you are feeling all these emotions, there's something called PEA, which what I've found is it releases and it induces like epinephrine, dopamine, all that to release at the same time. So it's kind of just like an activator in a way.
Mm-hmm.
So sorry, I'm going to my other notes. So you also like you yourself will start releasing pheromones, apparently. These scents that will
Okay.
make you more attractive as well. Although you are on the other side of a rolling rink from this guy, so I doubt he's going to smell it, and you were going to smell him, which I think that's the weirdest thing. You're like, if I smell this person, I'll feel more attracted. That's crazy to me, because
Yeah.
if someone smells me, I feel weird.
We met at Playfair.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah. There's an age gap between us.
Mm-hmm.
So he was there recruiting for his fraternity.
Yeah.
And I was actually a freshman participating in it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, crazy. Okay, I do remember how I met my boyfriend. Jeez Louise. I got out of a relationship like 6 months prior, but I was still hanging out with that friend group. And then I found out that one of my closest friends was dating my ex-boyfriend. And like behind my back, even though I was like kind of over that.
mm-hmm.
But the fact that she hid it really pissed me off. And so I like got up and I was like, I don't want to be friends with y'all anymore. And I turned around and one of my friends, Aaron, he is going to be happy I mentioned him in the podcast. And our other friend named Lily, who's now going by Finch, if Finch ever sees this, told me to come hang out with them because I have classes with them. I had like history and English with them. And I sit down and I sit next to this kid who turns out to be my boyfriend, who's just sitting there on his own. And I just like thought he was nice. And he and I were actually friends for like 6 months before we actually started like dating. No, like 7.
I think I don't know, it's a kind of complicated in the
Yeah.
beginning because I didn't want a relationship,
Right.
but the way that he explains it, it was love at first sight. But I didn't want a relationship.
Right.
And so he like wore me down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But yeah, we were like friends. We met in August. And then we started dating in October.
Yeah.
But we didn't really become friends till September. We had a pretty short talking period.
Yeah.
And then like the next day, he asked me to be his girlfriend.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Okay, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, no. Ashton and I, oops. Okay, it's out there. My boyfriend and I, we had like a very rocky and turbulent high school relationship, but now that we're kind of out of that, I feel like it's healthy and really well and where we want it to be. I think I just need a little bit of maturing.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, I feel like in the beginning, like I've told you, I've never been in a serious relationship before him. So I had a lot of like learning to do.
Yeah.
And the relationships that he had before were pretty toxic.
Yeah.
So he had a lot of learning to do. So
Right.
we bumped heads in the beginnings over like boundaries and things like
yeah.
that. But I like at first I was like, I guess no other relationship goes through this. I guess it's just us.
Yeah.
I guess we're just gonna be toxic or something. And then like I realized that every single relationship goes through that. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, well that's normal.
Yeah. And people, I think it's different intensities for each couple. I think some couples may go through it like less intensely than others, but everybody goes through some sort of a period of disagreement, which is actually like on my thing. So we can talk about that in a second. So you may commonly also know. Okay, so yeah, let me paint this picture. You are now like talking with this guy. You guys are like talking.
Close my eyes again.
Yeah, close your eyes again. This guy, this moderately tall, horrible at skating, brown-haired guy, is now you guys are dating. You guys are going on dates. Let me rephrase that. You guys are going on dates. You guys aren't like an item though yet. Okay. Things are going great. Like your dopamine is super, super, super high. Anytime you're around him, it's like everything is just the best, right? Then after a little bit of time, you become an item. You guys are in this honeymoon phase. Y'all are feeling great. Y'all are feeling good. And then like say like about 2 months go by. And then now you get, you get this like other, wait, no, I said that wrong. Sorry. Go back to the talking phase. Go back to the talking phase. You're back at the talking
Sorry, I had to
phase.
sneeze, but it went away.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. We go back to the talking phase. All of a sudden, your serotonin levels drop. Okay? You can feel them drop. You can't really. I mean, you can. But, like, you don't really recognize it as that. So then you become infatuated and obsessed with this person. You want to know everything about them. You want to always be around them. You want to just know everything about them and be around them 24/7. Because, it's new. It's fun. You want to know more about it. You're interested in it. And then every time, here, put your hand out. Every time you hold hands, there's something called oxytocin. And I'm probably not doing anything for
Mine
you.
are
but
sweaty. So.
I'm probably not sending any oxytocin up for you
I'm
now.
feeling the oxytocin.
Yeah, but you're feeling the oxytocin of this man's hand holding or hugging or kissing or anything like that. Just
Sorry, my hands are sweaty.
No, you're fine. This is called the bonding hormone. This is how you bond together. And this is the honeymoon phase. This is this like rush of like big emotions and big feelings and the going back to your room and writing in your diary and kicking your feet back and forth like how you see in Disney movies. That's what this period is.
Close my eyes again. Keep them open.
You can keep them open.
Okay.
I think you're good to keep them open.
Okay.
This, I found out something really interesting. The serotonin levels, when they drop and people are having these like compulsive and like really obsessive feelings, it has the same levels and same effects on a person as somebody with long-term OCD.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
There's like hairs flying everywhere. My
I
nose
know.
is itchy.
I like had one fly in my face. I was like,
Yeah, and I had to sneeze and my nose is itchy.
but yeah, and like it happens in different levels for people, but everybody who feels these feelings for somebody has this period where that happens.
Interesting.
And it is different based on gender. I will say it's different, or sex, sorry. It's different based on sex. Like men and women do feel this differently.
Okay.
But I know in general, as a combined statistic, this is like the pathway or whatever. Yeah, no, I was very interested to see that, like the levels of serotonin, the levels of how low they were are equivalent to somebody with like a long-term OCD treatment plan, which is crazy.
That is crazy.
And then it comes and then it goes. It's like it gives you like a blink of what OCD feels like to a person who has it for most of their life.
Yeah, no, I think I remember that part of the relationship.
Mm-hmm. Where it was just like, yeah.
I was just like always like obsessing over like little things.
Yeah.
And I was always worried and things like that. And now I'm just like,
well, because that part of the relationship can come and go. Mm-hmm. So if you have this part of your relationship and then say you guys break off the relationship and then you get back together, then it basically restarts all over again, which is super interesting. Like if you're with a person and then you guys break up, and whether it be a week, whether it be a month, whether it be a year, whether it even be like 5 years, and you get back together, the same process just happens all over again. Mm-hmm. And it's like when people are like, I fell in love with you again, that is a real fact. Like you will biologically and chemically fall in love with a person all over again, which I think is so cute.
Okay, not me at all, but what if someone's in a relationship and they don't really like their partner? Is it the same?
See, I did not do any research on that one because I felt that was underneath, like, whenever I was looking stuff up, the toxic side of a relationship. Because, and I know this isn't, like, these feelings aren't the same for everybody. Obviously, there are people who are aromantic who don't have these feelings. And, like, I apologize to the aromantic community that watches my podcast. I did not do further research on it. However, I would be interested in doing how aromantic behaviors contradict a lot of psychological theories. That would be very interesting, but I did not do further research on that. So I have no idea.
Okay.
I didn't do any research on it, but it is interesting.
I just wanted to ask. Just in case.
And everybody's different. Yeah. Like, everybody, also you can feel these emotions, but not perceive them and react to them and give a reaction to them as strongly as others. Like, somebody may go back home from a date, kick their feet back, like call their friends and be like, oh, I just met the most perfect guy, or like tell their mom, this is the man I'm gonna marry, or like watch a Disney movie and just be like, I have fallen in love, this is my soulmate, like, you know, that. And some people may just be like, wow, that was really great, now I'm gonna hop on Marvel Rivals and I am going to absolutely demolish Scarlet Witch. like some people are like that, and they just it's a different, maybe it's not a different level, but maybe it's a different perception of it.
Yeah, I feel like, just me personally, I know people are different, but I could not see myself being in a relationship with someone I didn't like.
Right, yeah. And I think that is also, I think that also comes into the spark factor, because some people won't feel that, like, that actual spark about somebody, and they'll just still get in a relationship. Just because it's like, whether it be for convenience, whether it be for lack of wanting to be alone. Yeah. That's a big one. Yeah. Whether it be, my friend said it would be cute, like we would be cute together, so I guess, like, sure, whatever. Like, that's a common one. So I guess, yeah, that could be a thing where that spark doesn't happen for them.
Yeah, it could eventually, though.
Yeah, it could eventually. I do believe in, like,
slow burns.
Yeah, slow burn.
I hate them in books, but
I hate them in books. They're so...
I love me enemies to lovers.
What's it? Okay, so yeah, this honeymoon phase is also where idealization happens. Where like, I see nothing wrong with my partner. They are just perfect. And anything wrong that's going on, that can just be ignored because we're happy right now. And that's all that we need. So close your eyes again.
And that's called delusion.
And that's called delusional. The delusional, however you may say it, whatever your generation calls it. Ew. I can't believe I just said that. Gross.
Generation.
There are now people in generations below us. Did you know that Generation Beta started?
I thought it was Alpha.
Alpha already started.
Okay. Which one's below us?
Wait, Alpha is below us.
2012.
Alpha's 2012 to 2024.
Dang.
No, 25. Yeah, Generation Beta is about to start.
Imagine your generation name being Alpha.
Oh my gosh. Crazy. But this is where that kind of, like, the blinders are on and you're just like, I love my man. Like, that's where it is. This is also confirmation bias, where they focus only on the positive parts about their partner and not discussing the flaws.
Yep.
We are experienced relationship goers, and so we like to point out our partner's flaws.
You got to.
Yeah, you have to. I mean, you have to also recognize your own flaws. If you want to be in a relationship, you need to be able to say, you know, I am very much avoidant on confrontation, and I also am very anxious whenever I don't talk to my partner. And I also
describing me.
yeah. But yeah, it's just a lot of that. Okay. The third step. Close your eyes.
Okay.
You begin this deep attachment with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You start realizing, wait, my partner can be a real dickhead when it comes to eating fries at the cafeteria. He won't let me have a fry. Okay. He uses 3-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, and body wash.
Ooh,
He, what's another crazy one?
I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say.
Wash his hands.
He doesn't wash his hands.
Oh.
He doesn't wash his hands because why would a guy need to wash his
I was
hands?
gonna say wash his butt.
That too.
That too. He doesn't wash anything. How about this? This man showers once a week.
Leaving.
So
Okay.
you get into the he has some flaws.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time as you realizing that there are these flaws, you also develop something called a cuddle hormone.
Okay.
This is oxytocin. This is oxytocin again.
Mm.
And it strengthens your emotional bond. It is released in large amounts during physical contact. You also have vasopressin, yes, which is a again, it's a hormone that promotes and is in association with a lot of loyalty and long-term commitment factors in your brain. So when you think about like I want this commitment with somebody, there's vasopressins. When you have this, I see a future with somebody, that's vasopressin. You also get some endorphins run in, and you start feeling more content with the relationship, and all of your hormones are starting to balance out at this time. And it's helping you have less of reactionary and emotional responses to these negatives that your boyfriend doesn't wash his booty crack and also uses 3-in-1. So it helps you also balance those feelings out and determine what is actually a problem and what is an emotional response.
And fixable.
Because sometimes
You can buy butt wash.
you can buy butt wash. But there's also how you can't also you can't just make your partner wash their butt. They have to want to wash their butt. I cannot believe that's the one that we picked. But I mean, it's true. You can lead the horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You can lead your boyfriend to water.
You can't make him wash his butt. My boyfriend washes his butt.
Yeah, I want to preface this. My boyfriend does wash his butt.
I've never smelled booty. So
I can't say because my boyfriend's about 1,000 miles away.
Same.
Yeah, long distance. But like that's where this concept of companionate love happens, where it replaces this passionate love. So this beginning is your passionate love.
Mm-hmm.
And then you become this companion, and you fit right in together. You're two peas in a pod. You're two puzzle pieces put together.
That's cute.
You are joint, and you are figuring this out. So then, this is the fourth stage. This is it. This is make it, break it. Close your eyes.
Use it or lose it.
Use it or lose it. This is what? What are you laughing about?
Oh my God, that's Ron.
They just posted that on your
That's Ron. That's Kiri. That's Kiri's cat.
What? Wait, hold up.
Kiri doesn't
Pause.
even go here.
Oh my God, we just got so much good news in one time. Wait, what is that? Hold up. Okay, I need to go to Yik Yak, and then I just...
It's under the ESA one.
Okay.
But I would like to say Hammer has more updates than...
Updates.
than the actual post itself. So.
Updates is crazy.
That cat.
Somebody posted on Yik Yak Salutations, fine shit.
I've bet you that was Will.
Probably.
I bet it was Will.
Where's the
That's Ron. Look, I have the sticker.
oh, holy crap, that is a chonky cat.
He's sitting.
Yes, look, I have a sticker.
Oh my gosh. Chat. Why did I say chat? Oh my god. That cat is chonky, but I love him. He's cute. Wow. I am on a high right now. And everything is right now because I just got an email. I won the position of undergraduate representative for SWAPA, Southwestern Psychological Association. Like, I'm on a board of a research conference. What the hell?
Congratulations.
I would not have checked my phone during this recording if Ronald did not show up. So I want to thank Ronald for this award.
Yup.
Thank you so much. Whoa, I am on a high right now. I am so ready to talk about love right now. Guys, this is, oh my gosh. Okay, let's talk about this episode. Holy shit, I am so happy. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I can now put in like the description now like a little like abbreviation with it. Just be like, oh yeah, I'm on this. Just to make it look fancier. No, I won't. That's weird.
I don't think it's weird.
I don't think it's weird at all. Holy crap, that's awesome. I love the side tangent. Oh my gosh. Okay, close your eyes again.
Okay.
Okay,
There's like hair everywhere.
So and let me remind you, this is in no way relation to Cari's actual relationship. This is a hypothetical brown-haired man, moderately tall man that they may or may not last. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so we are in the fourth stage of a relationship, the fourth psychological and emotional stage of a relationship. So, oops, and my thing fell. So your neurochemicals that are going on right now, your hormones, you still have dopamine. Lots of it's playing in. It's really balanced, which is something that comes with maturity, something that comes with age, and something that comes with the maturity and age of a relationship, not just you as a person. So you and this guy have been together, let's say 5 years. This is way in the future for you guys. This is actually like twice your relationship right now. Way in the future. And you guys have an apartment. You guys are living together. You guys are... Sorry, I'm thinking. You guys have 3 cats together.
Yes.
Your Zeppelin will get a brother and a sister.
Okay.
And you get offered a job 5 states away. Okay. And you guys have not had a lot of like crazy interesting sparks in your relationship recently, just because, the relationship is normal, it's typical, it's comfortable, and it's happy because you're happy. But then say, we'll just use you for an example because I don't want to talk about your boyfriend without him being here. But not boyfriend. Cari goes and gets this job. She goes and does this interview, feels so alive, lively, brings that spark back to her life.
Yep.
And she doesn't feel that with her boyfriend. And so now this is the part of the relationship where people determine, am I comfortable? Am I safe? Am I happy with my relationship? Or do I want to keep pursuing something else? This is where people determine, am I happy with this relationship? Not am I going to settle? This is not settling. This is, am I happy with this relationship? Do I love this relationship enough? Am I secure enough? Do I also recognize that this is the natural cycle of a relationship? Or do I want more? And a big question and a big section that this comes into is age of the person. If somebody is under the age of like 25, 26, they're more likely to break up of a relationship like that. Actually, even 30. I think the statistic I found, which Dr. Miller would kill me because it was off of a .com. He would kill me. It was not on a peer-reviewed article or a .gov or a .org, but it's also just some anecdotal like social studies. Like, if you're under the age of 30, you're more likely to say, hey, I have more of my life to live. And I don't get that same excitement out of my relationship. And unfortunately, that's that person's choice.
Yeah, I feel like whenever you get over 30, you kind of just settle.
Yeah. Everybody just settles because, like, women tend socially or, like, societally, women are like, okay, well, I need to start having kids.
Yeah.
Okay, well, not getting any younger. That's something you hear a lot. You're not getting any younger. typically you're finishing up with education towards the somewhere in your 20s. Everybody has a different path. But yeah, this is the part where it plateaus, the relationship plateaus, and people decide, do I want to go find something that reignites that spark in me again?
Mm-hmm.
Or do they reflect on the relationship they've had and feel that spark again from that relationship and understand that they've had that natural cycle and that this relationship is healthy and nice? If it's healthy and nice. Let me rephrase that. Okay, small PSA switch to, not all relationships are nice.
Mm.
Not all relationships are great. No matter if you are a man, woman, other specified gender-specific person, if you're not being treated right by somebody else, and if you don't feel happy or safe, like I think the best way I can say it is, if you feel safe enough to cry in front of somebody, to yell at somebody, yell at somebody appropriately, let me rephrase that, to have your worst traits come out and also have your best traits come out, that's a good relationship.
Yeah.
That is my indicator. I feel safe enough with my partner to cry. I mean, look, come on. I like crying. Not really. Okay, let me rephrase that. I don't like crying. It's kind of fun, though. I feel confident enough to argue with my partner. And I feel safe enough to argue with my partner and not get, well, fine, I don't have to deal with this shit. Like, leave.
Yeah.
I feel confident enough with my partner to show him I'm nosy. I'm a nosy bitch.
Me too.
I can get in everybody's business. I also think that my way is the highway because I like my way, because I know my way. I know how it's going to go. It's mine. So I like it. I also know that I'm very emotionally dependent on other people's feelings. Mm-hmm. Like, I very much care about what other people think. But I also know my good traits. Like, I swear I have good traits. I'm just coughing. Like, I love to think on the bright side. Mm-hmm. I am always just like, things aren't good right now. But one day it will be, because there's no way it can get worse than this. And then sometimes it does get worse than that. And it's like, ooh, well, it definitely can't get worse than this. And like, I'm so hopeful for the future. And I am a planner. And so I'm always like on top of things and making sure things get done. And I also just love my people as they are. Not as what I want them to be, but as they are and what they want to be.
Yeah.
And so I think, like, if you can feel safe enough to do that with a partner and go through that, and your partner also recognize that, I mean, that's safe. What's not safe is somebody who completely shuts down every feeling you have. Somebody who
makes you feel bad for your feelings.
The more obvious stuff, who physically puts you in harm. That's
emotionally, mentally, physically, any of it.
Anything. If you don't feel safe in any kind of relationship, not just a partner, a life partner, it's not a healthy one. And unfortunately, some people don't get out of those relationships because they fear abandonment. They fear not being with somebody, and they fear judgment from people who told them. Because sometimes we have people in our lives who tell us, I knew that guy was not good for you. And that doesn't make us want to talk to somebody.
Yeah.
Because it just makes us feel, and I do not know the psychological term for this because my brain is currently off. But it feels bad when somebody's like,
told you so.
Yeah, told you so. I could have told you that. It's like,
why didn't you?
Why didn't you? Or if you did,
why didn't you present it in a way that I would actually listen to, instead of scolding me?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And that's a big factor of it. But back to the long-term commitment or breakup, I don't know the statistic, but like, I personally, for me, and I mean, I don't mind getting personal. That's another great trait about me. My book is always open. So
that never closes.
Yeah. I can literally pinpoint my relationship on a whiteboard in this thing. So like, sophomore year of high school, met my boyfriend. There was a spark. He was cute. He's like a quiet, shy, mysterious type. Sorry, honey. Super like kept to himself. And we started texting more. And we started arguing about the Goofy movie. And then it like, pew, at the end of the school year, because I was like, okay, wait, this guy's kind of cute. And we started hanging out over the summer, and I started getting to know his friends, and we did a bunch of stuff together and just like hung out. And that spark really ignited, and I really cared about him, and I really liked him. And then we really started hitting it off. We went on a date over the summer, and then that starts that kind of like infatuation, a little bit of obsession phase. I'm not going to lie. I was super obsessed with him. I was like, what are you doing? What are you always doing? Mom, look at this guy. Oh my gosh. All my friends, look at this guy I'm talking to. He's super cute. He kind of reminds me of Captain America because that's what I thought he looked like when we were in high school. And then, you know, it's that obsession stuff and that compulsive feeling. And then, unfortunately, we took a break at the end of our junior year over some disagreements and some immaturity.
Mm-hmm.
And then we talked it out because we had that emotional bond with each other, like the third step. We had that emotional and deep bond that we wanted to keep going with. And then we maintained that and we talked about it and we got back together and we worked through it through our senior year. And then things, like I will say things got a little rough before he went to Marine Corps boot camp. Not like he hit me or like was a piece of shit. Like, no, it was just scary because I was going to college. He was going to boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of things happened while he was in boot camp and lots of things happened while I was at school. And it was so draining and so emotional for us as people individually. It was very scary. It just individual. Like, unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to think and care deeply for my relationship because I was so with myself. Mm-hmm. I had to take care of myself. And then we both realized that and understood that. And then we took care of each other. And then we rebuilt that emotional bond that I fear we had lost for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then now, I actually recently very much came out of a time of anxiety and kind of like anxious feelings about the relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm kind of out of it, which I know I will enter it again. It's a never-ending cycle.
It is.
But it's kind of nice now that I'm at this kind of like, I would like to say we're in between the third and fourth step where it's in that long-term commitment. Like you can see the long-term commitment in the horizon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very nice and it's very rewarding. And I think, and disagree with me if you think I'm wrong, I fear that kind of relationship doesn't happen very often with kids our age. Kids. I guess we're not adults.
Yeah, no, going from high school and then breaking up and like getting back together, that rarely happens.
Yeah, it rarely happens. And especially breaking up, getting back together in high school, mm-hmm. and then it being healthy and sustained through through adulthood. I'm only like a year and a half through adulthood. But like, actually, no, I'm 2 years. 2 years in April for me. Yay. But like, I don't know. I wish more people had that because I've grown and I've learned as a person so much.
You've grown together also.
Yeah. We've grown together, and I don't see that a lot with some people I know. Mm-hmm. That's not targeting anybody I know, so if you think it's you, maybe it is you, but it's probably not you. But I don't know. I wish that was more like it, because I feel like we wouldn't have, and this is an opinion piece. This is not psychology. Let me rephrase this. This is an opinion piece. I feel like we wouldn't have as many issues like with the dating culture scene as we would.
Yeah, I mean, the dating now is someone will text you and you will think they are infatuated with you and they just want to touch you.
Yeah. Not, okay, yeah, no, touch you like inappropriately, yes.
Yeah, and you're like, I don't want to be touched. And they're like, blocked.
Blocked because...
Whore.
Yeah, yeah,
Fat.
yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't like you anyways, fatty.
Yeah.
That is something men always love to go to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay.
Well, because I am the first person to really hate socially like gender-based items for both genders and for all genders. Because I always hate generalization, but unfortunately I've noticed it too much where with men, mm-hmm. if you deny them, just the other day actually. Oh my gosh. Okay, I remember this. I denied a guy. I was literally walking past him. I was playing disc golf. Not a Lyon student. Let me just preface this. Not a Lyon student. Old man. Not
Ew.
old man. Okay, middle-aged man. Sorry. Don't want to be rude.
Still ew.
Still ew. Just like told me that I look super pretty and like compared me to a Disney princess. My friends will know this story. And I was just like, you know, internally I was just like, no, I'm very happily with the person. Also, would not date somebody in between the age of my dad and my boyfriend's dad.
Yeah. That's
crazy. That's gross. I mean, if that's your thing, love is love. Yeah. I had to think about that one for a second just because it could be, but like, I told him like I'm not interested, and just like kind of just the basic, like I have a boyfriend, I'm not interested, thank you very much, but no thank you. And it was just like very snide comments. Like he clicked his tongue and he looked me up and down and finally like got very, not aggressive, but very snarky. Yes. Because I denied him based on my preferences, but he was allowed to tell me his preferences because it was positive. I don't like that.
Nope.
That's not very good.
At Monday night at Apple, I had something like that happen to me.
No way.
Yeah, Instagram DM came in,
Uh-huh.
and it was not what I was expecting. And I'm also in a very happy relationship, and he's all over my Instagram.
Right.
And it's like, and whenever you like tell them you're not interested or like confront them, they're like, "Oh, I didn't mean it like that."
Mm-hmm.
Like, yes, you did.
Yeah, you did.
What was the point of texting me at all if that's not what your intentions were?
Right.
Yeah. And men, some men, most men, like, they cannot take denial or rejection.
Right. Because it hurts their pride.
Yeah. And, like, I understand because I don't like rejection either.
It hurts.
Yeah, but I'm not going to dog that person because they didn't agree with something or they didn't like me like the way I liked them.
Right.
And that's something men have a very bad problem with is they take it personal.
Yes.
Like, it's not my fault that your feelings got hurt.
Right.
I spoke my opinion and you spoke yours and you just didn't like mine and I didn't like yours.
Right. Well, and to like, I guess to just have a generalized topic, I think men get offended outside of the relationship, like when they're not in a relationship with someone. I think women get offended in the relationship a lot easier because, at least how I feel, like obviously you want your boyfriend or your girlfriend to like you.
Mm-hmm.
But like every small snarky comment, like my boyfriend and I are playing Rivals together and he says, I'm dog shit at the game. Then I'm just like, I'm not. I'm actually really good and I'm having fun. I might not be good at the game, but I'm having fun.
Mm-hmm.
And
trying my best.
I'm trying my best, and I'm just trying to embrace your activities while also maintaining the relationship, and I don't feel heard. Like, that is something very common that I see, where generally women will get a little bit more offended in the relationship because they want it to be perfect. They want it to, like, and they want to feel more secure in the relationship, and then sometimes they don't, and they lash out on that. And then men don't feel secure in themselves outside of the relationship when they're trying to get in the relationship, and then they lash out on the women for that.
Yep.
Or the men if they're trying to go after men, or women if they're trying to go after women, vice versa. It's the same thing. I'm just using my own sexuality terms for that conversation. But yeah, I like... Okay, we talked about that. Okay, I don't have any research on this, but what would you like to talk about icks, or do we want to skip that?
We can talk about icks.
Icks? We're not talking about our personal icks with our relationships because that is our business and not yours.
Yeah.
And also because that's rude.
Yeah. I wouldn't want him to air out the icks that I do.
Yeah. Because I know I give him major icks. I know I give my boyfriend some mega icks.
Yeah. There's like little stuff I do. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to break up with me. I'm like, he's just adding this to his list.
Oh my gosh. Like okay, wait, maybe I'll admit this. Like, whenever I get really pissy about, like, a social media star, and then I stalk them, I'm like, well, I hate her because of this, and this, and this, and this. And he's like, I'm like, oh, wait, that's probably not a good thing to do. He probably did not like that about me. And I fear, was that an ick, or was that, ooh, sorry, there's a Pokemon raid going on right now on campus. I posted on Yik Yak the other day for, like, the first time. It was, like, the chokehold that Pokemon Go has on me right now.
Mm-hmm. Is that you?
That was me. But like, from what I've gathered, the ick is something small, not like awful, not like a red flag.
Yeah, not deal breaking.
Not a deal breaker, but something that's like, ooh, okay.
Don't like that.
Don't like that.
Yeah.
Like a common one I know is like
your butt crack showing. That's a common one that I know a lot of girl type people have.
Yeah.
You get up out of a car or you get up out of a chair and your booty crack is hanging out. They're gonna get the ick, and I agree with it.
Yeah. I have to admit, yeah, get a belt.
Yeah.
A belt.
Pull your pants up before you get up.
Pull your pants up. There's a belt.
Hold on to them while you're standing.
Yeah. Well, and like, I'm trying to think of one, because unfortunately I'm not a man. Well, maybe fortunately. I don't know. Statement, I'm not a man. So I can't. That's got to be in a highlight. We got to have a yearly highlight of like things in Psych'd, and one of them's going to be like statement, not a man. That sounds like something Dwight would say from The Office.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch that. Anyway, like, what would a man's ick be of a woman? Let's try and guess men's icks.
Okay, so here's the thing.
Too much, eating dirty,
Men's are physical and objective. Like, you can't wear too much makeup, but you can't wear no makeup.
Yeah.
You can't have your hair too short, but don't have it too long either.
Yeah.
You can't be so modest where I can't see your body, but you can't have your yayas out.
Because that's not for the world to see.
Yeah, men, I honestly do believe that theirs are more objective and physical, while women's are like little things, like emotionally.
Yeah.
Like, if I see your booty crack showing, how's it make me gonna feel emotionally?
Yeah. Rather
I'm
than
gonna-
like, oh, how do other people perceive my relationship as?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of guys, maybe not all of them, but a lot of them will be like,
Well-
yeah, she gave me the ick because, you know, she had too much makeup on.
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's her.
Yeah.
That's her preference.
Well, and I again preface this. Generalization is never great. Unfortunately, it is something that happens. And I'm fortunate enough that the men and women I surround myself with don't typically fall under a generalized topic. Like, I know one of my male friends, one of his previous partners used to eat pizza with a fork. Give him the worst, just ickiest feeling. He was like, how could you eat pizza with a fork? Use your effing hands. Like, it would get him so worked up. And like vice versa, there was a girl that I knew in high school, and she would get really upset when her boyfriend would come back from the barbershop with a bowl cut. And like, you know what, girl, I feel you with that one. Like, a bowl cut looks nice on some men. Typically, they're like really tall, lanky men that know how to style it, and also probably from England.
Yeah.
But like, I think any of these icks could be like gender exclusive. Gender neutral. My bad. But the problem is that they are gender exclusive due to the exposure rate of all of these because of social media. Because people will latch on, either a certain gender will latch on to a stereotypical ick and like put that on the other gender, or a gender will attach themselves to that
Bless you.
ick. Bless you. Bless.
Yeah.
I think, and that's one thing that I did like have written down, but I didn't pull a lot from, was swiping culture and social media.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I get an ick from dating apps. Like, I really do. I think, and
Yeah.
I think that's like a dramatic way to say it, but like, I do. It really bothers me how people, and like, yes, we do it in person. Like, our first initial reaction, like my first initial reaction of you when I walk by is, oh, she's got blonde hair and she wears a lot of pink. Like, that's my first reaction. Physical attributes are things that people see first, obviously. And dating apps, like, I feel like it takes it to a new level, though. It's like,
Yeah, you hide those.
you can hide bad things about yourself. Like, you and I can walk across the campus and see each other drenching wet, looking like wet rats. And it's like, people on social media won't see that. And on dating apps won't see that. And you also put your best traits forward.
Yep.
You can't do that in real life. People are going to know things about you. People are going to see things about you. You're not going to be a perfect person. Online, you have this persona. And I fear, like, is that even the person?
Mm-hmm.
Like, is it this, like, in a way, is every every dating app, technically, the profiles are in themselves a micro catfish in a way?
Yeah. I
'Cause-
think so.
Yeah, because people are always like, oh, I got catfish. It's like, because like, oh, this guy didn't look like their like account thing. It's like, no, I think you got catfish by just downloading the app because you don't know that person.
Yeah.
You don't know who that person is. You don't know. Maybe they hit puppies, but they put in their bio, likes dogs. And like, maybe this guy is absolutely like ass at surfing, but he's like, oh, but girls will think it's cool. So he gets like the one picture from his surfing lessons where he's not on his butt in the water and is like, yeah, I'm like totally good at surfing, babes. And it tricks these people into thinking they're going to get something that they like out of this relationship. And then they don't get that. And then that's where this unsatisfaction happens with the plateau.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the breakup happens.
Yeah.
And like, I understand the concept of dating apps. It gets people, if it helps people find dates easier and helps people socialize. I understand it. And a lot of people I know started dating people off of dating apps. Like people I used to grow up watching on YouTube met on dating apps and are happily married for like 15 years now. And so like, yes, it works. And yes, you can meet the right people because it just not unfortunately, just the way the world worked in that moment in time. Like it's just the way that happened. It just, it really bothers me that like dating apps are still around.
Yeah. I feel like dating apps, like social media, guys look at this. I know not all guys, again, I don't want to put all guys into a category, but whenever I'm speaking of men, it's men that I've heard personally say this kind of things, or men I've seen on social media. They see these women on social media, and they are obviously not going to show the bad versions of themselves. They're going to be their idealistic version, and they're going to look almost perfect and almost unreal.
Yeah.
And a guy will take that, and that will be his standard. And if you do not fit that standard, he's going to call you out for it, and you're not going to be attractive to him.
Yeah.
Like, I've heard plenty. Again, preferences are a thing.
Yeah.
You can have preferences of bigger men say, I don't date bigger women.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I get that's a preference, but let's have a little bit of standards.
Right. Like if you're wanting something out of a relationship, shouldn't you put that forth?
Yeah, if you meet someone and they are an amazing person, you instantly click and you're, but they're bigger or maybe they're too small.
Yeah.
Why does that matter?
Right. I get Flurky, correct me if I'm wrong, and please don't be mad at me if I say this. The evolutionary standpoint of it is like, oh, well, like our basic human instinct is that we just want like a mate to reproduce with. And so we want someone that looks healthy and that's going to be able to like do that and like feed her kids and like whatever. And it's
okay, well, 98% of the placenta comes from the man.
Yeah.
I just want to go ahead and clarify that. I've heard a lot of men say that. They're like, I want someone healthy. Are you healthy?
That's a recent trend I've seen on social media where like people like, I think, was there a research article that like a research project was concluded and it said that a lot of the placenta is male DNA?
98% of it. So like the guy also, like if you're trying to have a child, you just focus on like the woman being healthy. That's not how it works.
No.
You need the man to be healthy too. No smoking, no drinking. You need to eat healthy. You need to exercise because 98% of that placenta, which the fetus is going to depend on, it comes from the man.
Right.
So.
And like, I think it's a very backwards way to think, to be like, oh, well, we used to be like that. And like, we used to just like mating and having kids and being able to feed the kids is like the main attraction level to my partner. It's like, I did not look at my boyfriend and say, our kids are going to be strong and they won't die before the age of 5.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't look at him and say that.
Exactly.
He didn't look at me and go,
she's got childbearing
hips. Oh my gosh, I've heard that before. She's got childbearing hips and she's going to give me good sons one day that I can take on the hunt. Like,
no one thinks
no
that.
one says that. And like, I understand it. Like, you want somebody who's going to be like physically attractive and check all your boxes. But at some point, it gets a little like too much. Like, oh, what's it called? There's somebody yapping outside. We're the only ones supposed to be yapping in this building. What else do you want? Like, because I have some other topics we could talk about, but like, what else did you want to talk about? Is there anything at all? I can talk about attachment styles if you want.
Yeah, so Ix was like a main thing I wanted to cover, and we covered that.
Yeah, we covered that.
And like guys,
just
being, like,
men.
Yeah, just dude like people being like, oh, I want this type of woman.
Yeah.
I'm like, go ahead and pull out the mirror.
I thought you were telling me. I was like, oh, okay.
No, not you. Guys that say this are like, you know, my woman has to be a certain weight. Her hair has to be a certain length. Like, okay, if you're gonna have that much of a beauty standard, take care of yourself the same exact way.
Well, and I think that's the same way with anybody, no matter if they're man, woman, non-binary, in between anything, whatever they identify as. I think saying like, oh, I need my XYZ partner, whatever, to have this certain look. And I just like, I don't like myself a tall man. I don't like myself a bigger woman. I don't like my partner to have super long hair. But if they have super short hair, then someone's going to question about like our relationship. And it's like,
be secure enough in yourself.
Right. And it's like, it's not even an attack at this point about like man versus woman. It is not at all. Like, not at all. It's just the factor of love your person as your person is, not as your person is perceived by other people.
Yeah. You need to look at that person and be like, yeah, this is my person.
Yeah.
And don't care about what other people say.
Right.
Like, don't take pride. I mean, obviously, you're going to be like, if someone tells you, you know, your wife is beautiful, your girlfriend's beautiful, you're like, yeah, thank you. Because people are seeing her how you're seeing her.
Right.
But if someone is talking illy about your significant other or your partner, don't let that morph the way that you think about them.
Right.
Because that's one person's opinion and they're not with that person. And I am an avid believer that looks are only 20% of the attraction.
Oh, yeah.
80% is personality.
Well, and I even would argue that like 60% is the personality and then the other 20% is the experiences and the time you spend with that person.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, the longer you are with somebody and the more you go through with that person, the stronger, depending on how it goes, the stronger that relationship can be.
Yeah, I completely agree. And the stronger your attraction grows.
Well, because I'm trying to think about what I could say with this one.
But yeah, this isn't like a tag on a certain gender.
No, not at all.
This is just like we are speaking and things that we've personally experienced and things that we hear.
Right. Because we're women. We're attracted to men.
Yeah.
And we're going to experience this from men.
And we also like, I don't know, we were young girls growing up and like I obviously had Snapchat and social media and all that.
Right.
So like we've heard these things. So we're not just pulling it out of our booty.
Right. Right. Yeah, I don't think we're really going to touch on, because the title of this is The Psychology of Love, Sex, and Attraction. The only thing we thought psychologically we could talk about with sex was Freud. The thing is Freud, I get a little disgusted with him. And like, philosopher, I've heard he's a great philosopher. Psychologist, I don't like it. I personally am not a fan.
Yeah.
There's a few things that more than a few things that I disagree with and just make me feel icky because of this traditional and like what's a word for like a taboo topic of sex. I feel like a lot of his research was reactionary to the tabooness of of the topic of sex.
Yeah.
And I mean, just so I don't his psychosexual stages of development is, I don't know. And like how we just talked about how like, oh, well, like I need like, oh, well, like she should be healthy enough to like have my kids and like give birth, and like he should be like strong enough and his genes should be strong enough so that like I can like, so that we can have strong and healthy kids. Like I think that's one of Freud's like conversations about like libido as the driving force of like human behavior. Like everything humans did was sexual energy.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
No, yeah, that's very crazy. I mean, like
I'm not sitting here hanging out with you and sexual energy is driving this conversation.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you're pretty, but like it's not the driving factor.
Yeah.
Like that's not
what, okay, so I think he took his own personal experiences and was like, if I'm thinking about freaking it 24/7 Everybody else is thinking about
Everybody's got to be thinking about this too, because I'm going to feel weird if I don't. Like,
freaking it is on all of our minds.
Like, and like, I understand how what we're saying about like generalization, about how it could be seen that we're generalizing. Like Freud could, if he was still here, he could definitely argue that as well. Like, oh, I'm just generalizing based on my experiences. And it's like,
yeah.
Like, yeah.
But we're not taking these opinions and like acting like we're having a sudden epiphany.
Yeah.
Like, this is stuff that people have been knowing.
Yeah, this is people like things people have done. No, these are things that have been happening. They're going to evolve into different things the more we go into it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I really hate the like complexes of the young children though that he thought of, where like kids would like gravitate towards their opposite sex partners because of unconscious sexual desires.
Yeah.
Like mama's boys and like daddy's girls.
What happened to just loving your parents?
Yeah. Whatever happened to just having an attachment because like, oh,
they take care of me.
Yeah, they take care of me and I love them. Like, oh no, I subconsciously like
want to freak it.
Yeah, want to freak it. Like, ugh.
Yeah.
It's disgusting. And like, I haven't done a lot of research on it. I haven't actually gone in to talk to Miller about Freud because I know what other people perceive about Freud. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Who is that? Oh, it's my grandmother. Shout out to Ninny. Paco is... my grandfather's going to go turn off the pipes because they're about to freeze.
Aww.
So this is my grandpa. He is going to go turn off the pipes because it's cold outside. It's just... I don't know.
Yeah, he's had some good contributions to psychology, into the way that we think, and he was one of the first true behavioralist, you know? Uh-huh. But at the point, it gets to a point where you're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
And, you know, he was the first psychologist to be like, liking the same sex does not make you have a mental illness.
Right.
You know, kudos to him for that. Like, he ate that one little thing.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like, I don't know. And, like, we read this letter that he wrote someone in abnormal psych class. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, being gay was in the DSM.
Yes.
Up until, like, the 80s. 70s. Yeah, 70s.
Yeah, I know it was before the...
like 73, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so, like, this woman wrote him a letter and was like, my son's gay. Like, what mental disorder does he have? Can you help me? I need help. And he was like, your son does not need help. So, like, kudos to him for that.
Right.
But, like, us being now in, like, the 21st century, that's not nothing new.
No.
Like, that's obviously something we'd say is, like, there's nothing wrong with them.
Right.
Like, there's nothing wrong with them. But, like, that was, like, a big thing back then because, like, you know, being different than, like, the
social norm.
Yeah, the social norm was perceived as wrong. But
and it's easy to just label it and be like, oh, that's mentally ill.
Yeah, I think that he took, like, his small successes and was like, I'm just going to start talking about stuff.
Yeah, stuff that I feel passionate about that nobody else does. I'm just going to say it.
Yeah.
Which, like, kudos to him for being true to yourself and being unique and all that. But at the same time, the contributions to psychology weren't helpful, weren't healthy. However, I do think they were, in terms of it showed us what not to do.
Yeah, it showed us what ethics were. And, like, the little Albert study, it was extremely unethical. Should have never happened, but it did teach us stuff.
It taught us stuff. Like, that's the thing. It's like, as much as we, like, all want to be Freud haters or Freud lovers, depending on what side you're on, like, we always learn something.
We always learn something.
Yeah.
Whether that be what not to do or what to do. I mean, like, whenever we learned, like, the little Albert study, it told us that you can be classically conditioned.
Yeah.
Into having a phobia, to having a fear. But let me just say, there were so many different ways to go about that.
Yeah. Like, not taking him without his mother's permission.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Then, like, making the child fear small animals and then him dying soon after.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That broke my heart. I didn't know he passed away.
I think Dr. Sonia told us that.
Yeah, Dr. Sonia told us that. I thought he lived a very long and happy life.
I thought he did too, and I heard
I think that's what Miller told me. I think Miller told us, like, there's, like, theories about it, and he's like, but we really don't know. Well, let's overarch this. So you are looking Here, Cari will look at the camera.
Okay.
You are looking to find love. You are 20 years old this is the 21st century, right? Yeah, the 21st century. Our advice, stay away from a dating app. In my opinion, stay away from a dating app. I won't speak for Cari on this.
Certain ones.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a good point.
Yeah.
What's the one with the B? Is the B one the one everyone
Bumble.
likes?
Bumble is the one. Just to preface, I'm not on dating apps.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
That's why I don't know what.
Yeah, I was single for a very long time, so I dabbled. I stuck my toe in some dating apps. Bumble is the one where the girl has to initiate the relationship. So it's very like gender oriented.
So yeah.
Yeah, but the woman has to initiate the conversation.
Okay.
I didn't like any of them because the people that were on there
Nasty.
were
Freaky.
yeah. Yeah. We're trying to freak it, and I was not trying to freak it.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, Grindr, like, I get it.
Isn't that for dudes? Like gay men?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Grindr, I get it. Because there are a lot of, like, men that are not open
Mm-hmm.
and, like, will not just come out and say, you know, I like men. Which, why would you just come out and say, like, your sexuality? So, like, Grindr is somewhere for people to go to, like, express that side of themselves. But then you have people that take it to the extreme, like the person the serial killer that was on Grindr, killing people. And I'm like, can people not just freak it, like, in peace? Can they not freak it without someone being a weirdo?
Mm-hmm. Next Psych'd t-shirt. Can people not freak it in peace? Well, because, like, I just... Like, farmersonly.com. Do you remember that? Christian Meagle.
Tinder. The ones that make you pay. That's when I'm like, get out of here. Deleting it.
Let me take that statement back. If you're going to be on a dating app, don't pay for a subscription.
Don't pay to see who liked you because it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. Also, find one that is open, fair, and just and equal to all genders and sexualities.
Yep.
Everybody can initiate with whoever they want.
Yep.
They have to age verify themselves.
Yes. License verify themselves.
Yeah, license verify themselves. Like, find those criteria. If you're not going the dating route or dating app route, make sure that you just present your most authentic self, because presenting a false version of yourself to a person, say you're trying to find somebody else in real life, like not on a dating app, presenting not your true self is just catfishing a person. So don't try and spruce yourself up. Just be your normal person, because that will set you up for the most success in the long term for your relationship.
Yeah, and if, like, you're at a certain age and you're like, why have I not had these experiences that other people have? It's different for every single person.
Exactly.
And don't feel like you have to settle for anything less than what you deserve because you want that experience. Because
right.
in the long run, if you have to settle for something that's not healthy and not toxic, it's not worth it for you.
Right. And, like, just like we said about the 4 stages of falling in love, it's going to repeat itself. It's going to be different for every person. It's going to come in different waves. It's going to come in different, like, intensities. So don't feel like you're falling behind. You're just on your own path.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? I had a thought go through my brain. It's coming back. Hold up. Oh, I can see it. It's blurry, but it's there. And it's gone. Okay. What was I saying? The 4 steps. Talking about.
Don't settle. And be realistic with yourself.
Yes.
So that allows you to be realistic with others.
Right. Be realistic with yourself. Understand, like, I'm not looking for a long-term commitment. I'm just looking for some fun right now. Be realistic with yourself and be honest with the people you're talking to, because some people are looking for long-term commitment. We aren't looking for freaking on the first date and
freak it and dip.
Freak it and dip. We're not there for Netflix and chill. We're not freaking and dipping. We're not what's another funny way to
I had one in my head.
shaboing and bounce? I don't know.
I had one.
A one night. I'm not here for a one night. I'm here for a long-term commitment. We understand each other on a like emotional level and get to know each other through our successes and our failures and also playing video games.
I don't remember what's going on.
Like, be realistic with yourself, but also be... Unfortunately, in a relationship, you have to consider another person's feelings.
Yeah.
And so
Compromise.
I know, compromise. Figure that out. Understand that your partner is not going to have their six-pack and massive pecs and massive shoulders all the time, and she's not going to have her perfect hourglass body all the time, especially if you're wanting to have a family. That's not realistic. Again, realistic. Be realistic with your partner. Love your partner as the person who they are inside, not outside.
Yeah.
Be okay with she's going to come back from the salon with a very bold haircut. Be okay that he's going to come back from the gym and say, I've just found this new diet. I'm reviving myself, babe. Just be like, okay, like, that's great. Just smile and nod and say your haircut looks great because the hair grows back. Like, just accept that person with open arms and don't take every ick as a deal breaker.
Yeah.
That is a big one too. So
yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So our guide. Were you gonna say something?
What was the other one?
Oh. If our guide to filling your DMs and filling your heart. Oh, that was nice. I liked that one. Is have realistic expectations for yourself and your partner. Be empathetic. Don't take every ick as an attack.
Yep.
Take thank you. I was cooking with that. And just enjoy it. Like, it's supposed to be fun. And if the person you're with right now is the person you're going to be with the rest of your life, that's exciting because you get to experience life with that person. You get to go through your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, your 60s, your 70s, your 80s, hopefully your 90s with each other. You get to experience different people's weddings, your own wedding, if that's the choice that you decide to take. You get to have your own children, if that's your choice. You get to have your own animals together, your own home together, of course, if that's your choice. Like, be excited for it. But also, if it doesn't work out with this person,
it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the world. You're going to find somebody to have those kids with if you want to have that house with if you want to have those pets with if you want to celebrate the successes and failures together. Because that's just the joy about love, is that we have a partner to be with, or multiple partners, because some people like that. And just be happy with. And I think that's the most beautiful part about it. And when you're happy and you're healthy and you've internalized that and you know that, not what everybody else thinks, but what you know is that you're happy and healthy, I think that's the most like gratifying part about being in love and kind of just about being human. It's so great to be in love.
It is.
It's very nice. It's very secure. Even though I don't appreciate my boyfriend being mean to me about Marvel Rivals and saying I'm dog shit at Fortnite, and also the military taking him every like once in a while for like week-long trips to the field. And also them taking him for deployments, because that's not cool at all. But other than that, I think it's pretty great. But I don't know. So good luck. Unfortunately, sorry if you spent Valentine's Day alone this time. I'm sure you have great friends, or at the very least slept very nice.
Yep.
But maybe you'll get them next time, Tiger. Don't worry. It'll come to you soon. And if not,
It's not meant to be.
It's not meant to be. And you're not forever going to be single. You're not forever going to be alone. There's other people in your life. Are we actually saying it?
Maybe.
You think so? You want to say it? Okay, Cheyenne is going to close us out today. Again, Cheyenne, congratulations on your pledge period. We're very proud of you. Oh, on my,
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's actually like kind of the highlight of my month right now. I'm like still trying to process that. For y'all at home, I applied and I was nominated and submitted a like application thing for Southwestern Psychological Association's like executive board kind of thing for the undergraduate representative of SWAPA. SWAPA covers like all of Southwestern United States. So like, which way's west? California, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, Oklahoma, a little bit of Kansas, Louisiana, Arkansas, and then like Mississippi a little bit. But like all of the schools that study like psychology, undergraduate, graduate, professional psychologists are all in that. and I was selected to be the undergraduate for the 2025-2026 academic year, which means I get to be on the executive board. So that's really great for me. I'm super excited. I cannot wait to tell Florky and Miller tomorrow. Florky and Miller, if you guys watch this very late, you'll see it after I tell you, but I am so happy. So, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. But okay, yeah, Cheyenne will close us out today. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. And Cheyenne?
Salutations, fine shit.
Bye, guys. We'll see you later.